Welcome back, friends, to Wellness Minutes. I'm pleased to be with my good friend Julie Pankey again, who's in gorgeous Cincinnati. How are you, my friend?
I'm great, Alan. How are you?
Good. Well, I look at people don't complain down here. I know there's snow on the mountains, but it's 86 and sunny, and it's the days people look to live for down here. In fact, I think it fits perfectly with wellness because, as you and I talk about, we don't spend a lot of time slowing down. I mean, we're on the go, right, all the time.
I know, right? We have to practice what we preach. So at least you live in an amazing location in the wintertime.
Well, I've got it half right anyways. Hey, I want to talk, as we had this pre-conversation, you talked about your niche being in spa and wellness and working with small operators, and you're in a number of different channels. It isn't just spa. You work with innkeepers and other stuff, but wellness is kind of the same in that industry as it is in ours, right?
It sure is. I mean, wellness is wellness. So I think all of us, in the wellness industry, we want to help people. And we want to help people live better lives. So, but what better way to do it through a spa, or through coming on a vacation and staying at a local inn or bed and breakfast? We want to take wellness with us in our lives.
I'm always of two minds. I love being at the Four Seasons, right? That whole venue but I love being at the small 10-room, 20-room, 40-room. You tend to kind of meet people having a cup of coffee a lot. And there's a very much, those of us in our industry, right? If you're a spa owner, director, manager, esthetician, massager, the whole wellness concept of getting out of your four walls and actually spending time kind of slowing down and relaxing, it's really important.
It is super important. It's funny, I was here and I met an innkeeper that owns a few inns on Block Island. And she, we just happened to bump into each other, but I feel like there's no accidents. And she asked what I did, and I told her, and she said, I'm just starting a wellness program, at my inns. She said, because, people need to consider self-care. And that's one big thing that I'm passionate about, working more with the wellness tourism market, is that, our consumers, I mean, there's a huge percentage. I think that the statistics, I just gave a presentation yesterday and I'm trying to remember the statistics, but it was like 60% of travelers, they are wellness minded and live a wellness lifestyle and want to take it with them. Or no, it was 60% of people, and 40% of those people travel regularly, so they want to take it with them. And of those people, they're spending 100 times more than the average tourist.
And wellness tour, I love the whole subject of wellness tourism. In fact, wellness periods encompasses so much stuff. We could probably do about 6 different sessions on this, but right, wellness tourism doesn't mean you have to go halfway across the world, right? I mean, you can go 30 minutes from your home, or an hour or 2 hours, and find your little bit of peace and serenity without actually having to get on an airplane and do that part of travel as well.
Exactly, because I mean, for me, I mean, I live in Southern Maine, and my husband and I are going to be staying at the Cliff House, which is also in Southern Maine, in May, and it's our sort of little staycation getaway. And I met people here today in Virginia that they're marketing to the DC market. So it's, an hour and a half drive, but then you're surrounded by, forests and hiking trails and vineyards. They just built a infinity pool with only a one spa treatment room. So it's not just all about spa. It's, it's about wellness, and spa is a component of wellness.
You are in a piece of God's country in Maine. I'm sorry I haven't come up there to visit with you yet, but I have a friend who lives out on one of those teeny islands, and there's one road in and one road out, and he loves to sail, and he's been nagging me for years to come up. So I've got to make my way to Maine, but I'm only going to do it in the summer.
Only in the summer, yeah.
So, funny, we talk about living wellness. I can't hammer away enough on this. In our industry, we can't be like cooks in the kitchen who don't eat our own food. I mean, you've got to I remember when I first got in the business, my friends used to say, oh, you and Kathy, you probably just go to spas and you get massages every week. And it's like, yeah, I wish, but it hasn't been happening that way.
Exactly. I know. You see, people say to me, oh, you're always traveling somewhere. I see on Facebook and Instagram, you're always somewhere exciting, and you must be having spa services, and it must be so awesome. And I'm like, well, if I posted on Facebook and Instagram, the real schlepping of my job, you wouldn't find it as fun and interesting, would you? So,
well,
but I will say, Alan, that about a year ago, I said, you know what, I have to really practice what I preach. And, I do get a massage every 2 weeks. I do shut off my phone and take downtime so that I'm not connected 24/7, because it's great to be good at your job. But, if you don't practice what you preach, what makes then, are we a hypocrite?
I'm not going to be a hypocrite. Kathy are going with another couple up to the Langham in Pasadena. There's actually a comedy shop we're going to in the evening, but Kath and I are going up there earlier in the day, and the first thing I did is get on the phone and call the spa director and ask Holly to book us some treatments, right? Because I can't imagine going to a facility and then not having some wellness care. And they, it's the Schwan Spa, so they do a lot of Chinese stuff. I'm getting a balancing treatment because I think it's so critical that I get balance.
You need balancing, Alan?
I know, surprise, surprise. Even the mayor needs balancing, right?
I know.
Okay, we're going to come back
need it.
Yeah, we're going to come back, talk about front of the house and retail, because we can never talk enough about that, and it's so critical, and I know it's a happy subject for you too. So till next time.
Let's do it.
All right, talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks, Julie.